Hello and welcome to our second special Europa League AFC DONScast. How's the nerves after last night? We got there in the end against RoPS Rovaniemi. We hear from Derek McInnes post-match. I look ahead to the second round and all the fixture and ticket arrangements for that. You're listening to the AFC DONScast from the Inverness Reds.
On your phone, on your tablet and online. This is the AFC DONScast on Friday.
Aberdeen have progressed into the second round of the UEFA Europa League qualifiers after a win against RoPS Rovaniemi in Finland last night. It was Derek McInnes' 300th match in charge of the Dons, and whilst it was far from a comfortable performance, a last-minute Lewis Ferguson winner ensured Aberdeen continued our European journey. Derek made a couple of changes from the match last week. Michael Devlin had a hamstring injury and Scott Wright was on the bench with a start for Dean Campbell and new signing Ash Taylor. It was far from a simple exercise though after the Finnish side went ahead in the second minute when Katz played a long ball to Koko. Kada then fired a left-footed shot past Joe Lewis, deflecting off Ash Taylor into goal. A disastrous start for the Dons. Aberdeen managed to restore parity thanks to a 26th minute penalty after former Kilmarnock player Sissoko bundled Lewis Ferguson over in the box. Sam Cosgrove stepped up and confidently fired the ball into Regueiro's net. All square, and the Dons take the lead on away goals. The game continued to flow in spells of possession for each side, and in the 38th minute Hedges put a crossover to Sam Cosgrove, but his header went wide of goal. Into the second half then, and the game continued to ebb and flow between the two teams. Aberdeen made their first change in the 66th minute with Curtis Main coming on for Sam Cosgrove. RoPS continued to push forward towards the latter phases of the game, putting more pressure on the Dons, but in a similar vein to RoPS' late goal in the first leg, Lewis Ferguson scored a 94th minute winner to ensure the win for the Dons and progressed to face Georgian side SC Chikhura.
I think that, as you say, the last 30 seconds and then the first 30 seconds today, everything else in between has been pretty good for me, and I've been really pleased. Loads of positives. I'm finding out a lot about my team as we go along. It's a new squad. We're trying to find our feet fitness wise, trying to find our feet with familiarity, and as you can see, like last week we should have been out of sight, and the tie should have been far more comfortable here. I thought it was actually maybe a foul on McKenna, the ball up. I think the centre forward barged into him, and the boys obviously took a shot. And as what happens, we take shots on. I think sometimes we're a bit reluctant to take shots on, but it takes a wicked deflection and looks over Joe. That happens, we've all seen it. The good thing for me was we still had 89 minutes to deal with the game, but we also had to deal with the game. And for such a young team, especially from middle to front, when you look at Gallagher and Hedges and Ferguson, Cosgrove, Campbell, young boys who probably wouldn't have been in that situation before. It's a big deal for us, and a lot of pressure on them to deal with, and they just dealt with the game. So it was we controlled the game. They still had their moments, and obviously they've gambled a wee bit towards the end, throwing bodies forward, and you've still got to defend a bit deeper and counter-attack well. But there's no doubt when composure and calmness and good decision making was needed, we gave it, and that gives me loads of optimism, because we'll be stronger through the midfield. Next week we'll have an Ojo and Bryson available, so and we'll also be stronger again, hopefully, with having had another 90 minutes and another week's training. But while we're trying to work towards being at our best, it's good that we can still overcome certain challenges like they were tonight. And we had 33 shots in the first leg. We probably had something similar again tonight. The two goals you can deal with, because sometimes it happens in football. A sublime pass last week and a lucky deflected goal tonight. But where we could have made it a lot easier on ourselves was taking the chances we missed. But the work from both boxes, from box to box, the calmness, the possession, the use of the ball from the back, is everything I want from my team this year, and loads of positives, and couldn't be more pleased.
On your phone, on your tablet and online. This is the AFC DONScast from the Inverness Reds.
So a few bits to get through in terms of arrangements for the next round. Just to confirm, the second round away leg will take place this coming Thursday in Tbilisi. Kick-off in the National Stadium will be 8 p.m. local time in Georgia and 5 p.m. UK time. To order tickets for this match, you need to email the ticket office at ticketoffice@afc.co.uk, and you will then be contacted for ticket payment, travel and accommodation details once the tickets have been confirmed. Supporters will then receive a voucher which must be presented alongside your passport on collection of the ticket in Tbilisi. The home leg on Thursday the 1st of August will kick off at 7:45 p.m. at Pataudry. Season ticket holders have until 5:30 p.m. on Friday the 26th of July to secure your seat for this match. There will be an option to add the match to your season card if you order on or before this date. Seats will go on general sale after this date. As with the last match, the upper deck of the Richard Donald stand will be closed and based on demand will be opened accordingly. The away support will be housed in Block A of the main stand. As a result of us progressing to the next round, our opening Scottish Premiership fixture of the season against Hearts at Pataudry will switch from Saturday to the Sunday with a 3 p.m. kick-off. And just before I go, the Dons are back in action tomorrow for the Cammy Keith testimonial against Keith at Kynach Park. Kick-off is at 3 p.m. And the Dons 11 will also be in action on Tuesday night in a friendly against Huntly at Christie Park. Kick-off is at 7:45 p.m. We'll have all the latest Dons updates online at invernessreds.co.uk over the weekend and on our social media on Twitter and Facebook. And our normal podcast jaunt on Tuesday will be back from 8 p.m. Till then, have a good weekend and stand free.
For more Dons news every day, head online to invernessreds.co.uk. Tuning in to the AFC DONScast each week couldn't be easier. We're on all the popular platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn and Stitcher. And on the web at our website, afcdonscast.co.uk. Catch us on the big screen via Apple TV and on the road via Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Got a smart speaker? Just say, play AFC DONScast. One podcast. Listen everywhere, every Tuesday evening from 8.